A happy conclusion. My brother-in-law is not cheating on my sister. Ava is dating his brother. Exclamation mark. So a very happy conclusion from my last post. I texted Ava and told her congratulations. We began catching up, and when the topic of her baby's father came up, she said that they were in a relationship but she's keeping it quiet for now for privacy reasons, but that I did know him. I obviously found this really suspicious, and she really wouldn't say much more than that about him. But we kept talking, and eventually I asked her if we could meet up for some tea and she said yes. So once I got off my shift, I went over and met up with her. So basically the topic of her baby's father came up again, and she said the reason why she was keeping the relationship quiet on social media and all of that was because not all of his family had met her. And then she mentioned that the father had an ultra-religious grandmother and they wanted to tell her about the pregnancy in person, and so she didn't want the grandmother seeing anything on his Facebook. James's grandmother is super religious. So at this point I straight up asked her, "Are you having a baby with James?" And she immediately started laughing. And she was like, "Yeah, I could see why you would think that. But she isn't. She's dating James's brother Thomas, who's 30 and a pretty cool guy. And it's kind of worth noting that this is another reason why she's keeping the relationship on the D11, though he's been clean for almost a decade. I think it's 9 years and 6 months. He did have substance abuse issues and a record. And she said even though she's fine with it and all of that, Thomas wants her family to meet him first before possibly hearing something that isn't true about him. So anyway, yeah. That first night they met, James told Ava that he thought her and Thomas would have a lot in common. So he gave her his number. And after they hit it off right away and she moved to be closer to him. Now she's pregnant and they're getting an apartment together. My sister knows Thomas and Ava are dating. But again, my nephew is going through some health things, so it's not super shocking she didn't mention it to me. And Ava did say Thomas specifically asked them for discretion about it all until they decided to make everything public. So I'm really happy it's cleared up. Ava and I talked for a while and I'm really tired, so if I left anything out or anything didn't make sense, just ask me for clarification. And P.S. I told James all about this. He thought it was hilarious that I thought he was slick enough to be able to pull off having a second life like this. Tears of joy. Good to hear. What a roller coaster of emotions. Holy cow balls, I really thought your Bill knocked her up. The Bill was probably visiting them both on his trips. Woo. My heart. So thankful to hear that. Exclamation mark. Thank you for the update. Exclamation mark. Well, isn't that just lovely? We love a drama-free ending. Partying face. Thank God. I was super nervous. I'm glad that it worked out. It's nice to know that there are some faithful husbands in the world. Grin. Absolutely awesome news. OMG, that's so funny. I was so sure it was Bill, thank God. Girl, you made my heart leap. But good for them. I totally understand why she keep everything low-key. Thomas deserves his happiness without the judgment of others. And happy he overcome his addiction and making a family for himself. Sounds like two judgment-free, open-minded people. I hope she have a safe pregnancy and the families are not too hard on them and look past the past and see him and her for the people they're now. The way I let out a breath of relief. What a great update. Thank goodness. Exclamation mark. Party popper. I'm glad she just laughed and was like, yay, I get why you think that. OMG, I love this. My husband has been clean for over a decade. We have a kiddo now. This is great. Next time, mind your own damn business. You almost ruined their marriage with your nonsense. Brother-in-law did nothing wrong. So why did James change his behavior? The shopping thing sounds fishy and highly coincidental unless he's hanging out with both of them. Good that your brother-in-law isn't cheating. However, yikes for Ava. Meets a guy, moves within 2 months and falls pregnant within 34 months. Hope it works out for them. I'm so glad. Thank you for the update, Op. Congrats to Ava and Thomas! Exclamation mark. This ends very well. This situation was almost impossible unless James was heartless. I'm so happy for this update. I still think James had a crush on Ava, but since he's a good guy, instead of doing the wrong thing, he hooked her up with his brother.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.